Like, I can remember stuff that happens during storylines. Booker T getting attacked in the grocery store, Rock getting his belt thrown into the river, seeing
Shawn Michaels calling Owen a nugget.
Triple H doing blackface. Which brings us to a good topic. We can bring this part of it up now.
Okay.
Bully Ray, Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon's partner.
His brother.
Yes. Devon get the tables. That Bully Ray, Bubba Ray. You know, he does the show Busted Open. And he was talking on his show about one Gunther. And he said that Gunther has all the tools to replace Roman Reigns as the face of WWE. I have to say it. He's an idiot. Bubba Ray's an idiot. Bully Ray, Bubba Ray, whoever you think, he's an idiot.
Okay.
Does Gunther have the tools to be a dominant force? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have the tools to be a top heel? Yes. But the face of the company? I don't think Gunther has it in him to be the face of the company.
Yeah, he does. It would just be a different flavor. If they did it, because Reigns is kind of like, obviously tribal. It's more like a gang, like a mafia type thing. Or any, the family, you're not out unless we say you're out type shit. With Gunther, they can't obviously do that. They can't turn Gunther into a crip. So they would have to do more of a militant style. And it would be more of a...
saying that, but so we're talking about the face of the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back and let's look at some of the faces of the company. Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock, Hogan. I don't know if Macho Man was ever the face.
No, Hogan wouldn't let him.
Yeah, so you got people like Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
You got people like The Rock. You got people like John Cena.
Yep.
Roman Reigns. You can put them in there. Stone Cold. They're it's not about just the wrestling for them. It's about the entertainment value.
You forget, before there was a Stone Cold, before there was a Rock, before there was a Hulk Hogan, before there was even a Macho Man, there was a gentleman by the name of Bruno Sammartino. And he wasn't flashy. He was just very matter of fact, like Gunther is. And he would say he's going to beat somebody's ass, and he would do it. So that would be the face. Assume Bruno Sammartino can be the face. Gunther can. I think Gunther is one of those guys that you can put in almost any generation, and he would be successful. But again, you couldn't do it just like the bloodline. You can't, move one piece and just replace him. You'd have to give it a completely different flavor.
I would put him as I don't know, like a Bret Hart type. He can be at the top. He can be the champion, but he's not the guy who's going to be bringing in the ratings. He's not going to be the guy who's having merchandise fly off the shelf.
Wasn't the Raw ratings pretty good this week?
I don't think they were.
Oh.
But they were up against football, so
that's true. Yeah.
That's to be expected. And then there's that. You're up against football. You got to do something to compete.
Well, there ain't nothing that's competing with football, and that goes with decades of them saying that this shit's silly and it's fucking fake and sports entertainment and all this bullshit. If it was treated a little bit more legitimately in sports-based wrestling, more Gunthers, less fucking Mizes and Wallers.
See, that's where we differ. I was just gonna say, you would be more likely to have Grayson Waller to be the face of the company.
Oh, fuck you.
Now, I'm not saying he will be. I'm just saying
no, fuck you.
He has the entertainment value.
So does Gunther.
But again, I'm not shitting on Gunther in any way. He's the best wrestler on the roster right now.
Gunther's dryness is entertaining. Did you see that short I sent you where they were asking WWE wrestlers what they do for a living?
No.
So it's one of these silly things that they do on their YouTube channel, but they're going around asking different wrestlers what they do for a living. Shayna Baszler, she goes, "Oh, I'm a marriage counselor." The Viking Raiders say that they're goat farmers. Shinsuke says he's some sort of fucking cafe guy. And the LWO that isn't Escobar and Ray, they unbutton their shirts and they go, "We don't have to work." And then Gunther, he goes, "I'm a professional wrestler. Thank you." And he just walks off. So everybody's giving these silly fucking answers, and Gunther just dryly and matter-of-factly says, "I'm a professional wrestler." And it was fucking hilarious. That's the entertainment value with Gunther.
Okay. But does that bring in, is that face of the company type, I don't know, humor? Are you bringing in casuals off of that kind of humor?
I think it's more than bringing casuals over 1,000 super kicks on Royal Rumble and some guy getting hospitalized by his family, but then somehow coming back and being all cool with that same family.
Well, that's another story.
Okay. If they did it right, he could be the face.
Okay.
They would just have to commit to it.
Well, I just thought that was an interesting thing. I immediately saw it and was like, what? There's no way. But
It would be something where they would have to dedicate as much time into to Gunther's reign as they did Roman Reigns' reign. And I don't know if they're gonna go, back to back 1,000. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think Gunther would be he'd have to be there for a bit, but I think he'd eventually bring people in. Especially with, I think the silly shit is what drives casuals away. They fucking flip to wrestling and they see Miz fighting an invisible John Cena. Like, what the fuck is this silly shit? That's
What
the type of shit that makes me ashamed to be a wrestling fan.
that was that was well received online.
Okay, and
that's that's the kind of stuff that gets the casual.
think about it. You're sitting around with your family. They go, "Oh, what'd you watch last night? Oh, Monday Night Raw. Oh, that wrestling shit. Well, yeah, but let me show you something." Then you show them the Miz segment, or you show them the Gunther and Gable match. Which do you think that would bring a casual fan into wrestling? You want to show a 30-minute segment where Waller just flaps his dick licker and nothing happens aside from him getting punched in the face? Okay, show that to a casual. Who's gonna fucking be drawn in by that? You know why Roman's bringing in people is because he looks like a badass and he does badass things.
Well, there was a thing. It was Vince Russo. He was talking about why the Attitude Era was so successful. By the way, they were beating Monday Night Football at that point.
Yeah.
And he said they were so successful because they had 2-minute matches.
Oh.
They were more concerned about the entertainment than the wrestling. And then that's why they were beating the NFL.
And you know what? The most successful the wrestling business has ever been is when they were focused on the wrestling versus the fucking stupid bullshit entertainment shit.
I don't know about that.
No, that's an objective fact.
Even then, you still had Buddy, what was his name? Buddy Rogers and people like that. Billy Graham, superstar Billy Graham. You still had your entertainers.
Well, Buddy Rogers was a different type of entertainer. Superstar Billy Graham was definitely sports entertainment. I would put Buddy Rogers as more of the flair.
Yeah. Oh, there was also to that note, Cody Rhodes said just in a recent interview that people remember the promos more than they remember the wrestling.
That's bull. I disagree with that. I don't remember any of his promos. I do remember him wrestling Brock Lesnar 3 times.
Yeah, I do disagree with that. Like, I think people more remember moments than they do wrestling. Like, I can remember stuff that happens during storylines. Booker T getting attacked in the grocery store.
That I'll agree with, absolutely.
Brock getting his belt thrown into the river.
Shawn Michaels calling Owen a nugget.
Yeah. Triple H doing blackface when they were doing that thing with the nation.
Yeah, they all did blackface.
Owen Hart. Yeah. Triple H doing the nose for Owen Hart when he already has a big nose himself and he made a bigger nose.
Yeah.
A witch nose.
But I also remember The Rock versus Stone Cold. I remember The Rock versus Hogan. Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels. Kane versus The Undertaker. Before Kane was a joke.
Yeah, so I guess
any Brock Lesnar match. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle is probably some of the best shit ever. I don't know. We'll agree to disagree.
It's about even, but yeah. Let us know in the comments below what you think, because this will be a clip. That's why we brought it up, so I could do it.
I'll just end with this. Think about how big New Japan got for a little bit. Just for a little bit. They kind of went back down. But they're sports-based wrestling. And they're unanimously adored by the internet wrestling community. And if they had like a better TV deal, who knows?
If they weren't on at like 3 a.m.
Right. On the TV Guide channel. Or I think they were on Axis. Impact was on the TV Guide channel. I'd say give it a chance. Because now all we know is the silly shit.
Well, I guess that's just the WWE way.
It definitely is.
McMahon
well,
way.
It's the WWE way, but unfortunately the WWE way is what most people grew up with, so now it's kind of spread everywhere. So now everything is just the fucking WWE way. And just unfortunately the WWE does it better than anybody. AEW.
Yes. And then one last note to talk about for the Gunther Chad Gable thing. Cody Rhodes, he did also say in the interview where he I don't know where he did this interview, but there's a bunch of clips that came from it. He did say that Chad Gable and Gunther, when they went back through the curtain, they both got a standing ovation from like everybody backstage. So
they should have. It was great. It was a great fucking match.
There was a big moment there.
I mean, we need more of that.